Fellas, is it over? Or are we so back? Now, for the last few years, we've kind of been in this limbo of we are so over. No, actually, we're so back. And, it's a little difficult. The latest version of It's So Over comes courtesy of this Claude Opus 5 demo. Look at this. This is a one-shotted game. The entire thing. One shot. One prompt. This isn't the only one. There's plenty of these all over the internet right now. Here's another one with snowboarding. Another one that looks like some sort of Starfield variant or clone. RTS is in space! Or this one that looks just like Battlefield. Oh, that one's actually just Battlefield. There's just hundreds more of these, and we're seeing them all the time, and the kind of common thread I'm seeing is that game dev, guess what? All of you guys that went to school, you dumb, because AI games, it's going to be amazing. You don't even know. And I wanted to take a moment and I wanted to talk about this, okay? What I'm now referring to as demo porn. Because I think there's two camps of people right now. The it's fake, you're faking it, oh, but it's actually just super sucky and everything that you're showing is stupid. Or B, oh my gosh, it's the greatest thing ever. All game devs are out of a job and everybody's going to be able to create their own AAA game. Naturally, I disagree with everybody and I think everybody's completely wrong. I have the mandate from heaven to give an opinion on this matter, and I'm going to give a very strong opinion on this matter. Now, before we do that, of course, naturally, I would like to say thank you to the sponsor. Look at all these engineers sitting at their neat little desks. It takes dirty work to keep a code base clean. Every day, sickos are out there committing unreviewed code. And when that happens, linters won't save you. You need someone like me.
Let's go!
Feature-free scrumbag.
Who are you calling scrumbag?
What's this slop you're trying to push? Unnecessary comments? Global state? Nested ternaries?
My bad. I didn't even read the code yet.
You disgust me. Step away from the keyboard.
Just let me explain.
Is that a mouse? He's merging a prod!
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you push to GitHub can and will be used against you. You have the right to a debugger, but if you cannot afford one, a public stack trace will be made available to you.
And one more code criminal off the streets and where they belong. HR.
Look, I know I didn't review any of the code, but I was gonna have CodeRabbit review it from the start. With one-click fixes and style enforcement, I don't need MergeCop. I would never merge unreviewed code, but a first pass with CodeRabbit always makes things go faster.
Actually, you can try it too at coderabbit.ai.
Next week on Merge Cop.
The Diffler's out there, and I'm gonna be the one to deprecate him.
Now, I already know what everybody wants me to do at this point, right? Which is they want me to shit on all these games. Be like, dude, these people are idiots. What they're creating sucks. Everything's awful. The reality is I just don't think that. See, I remember a time when the old one-shot examples were this bouncing ball inside of some sort of hexagon, sexagon, octagon situation. But now, this is the new one. It's some sort of really bizarre clone of Call of Duty. And the thing is that I don't want to actually shit on that itself, because to me, it's very impressive. That is how far we've come. That is what the new models can do. All right, hey, that's super cool. The fact that I can say few word in English and big result come out, much wow, very great. To make my case, let me first describe a problem that I've seen with a lot of AI art, generally speaking. When I go onto the internets and I go to one of these many AI generated items and I say, hey, yo, give me a picture of a crab. It doesn't really matter what the crab that comes back looks like. An infinite possibility of crabs look like a crab. And I go, holy cow, look at how realistic that looks. Oh my gosh, look at the shading. Look at all this stuff. But the reality is I asked for a crab, and statistically speaking, it gave me something out that I cannot really distinguish whether it is or is not a crab. It looks like a crab. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a crab. But there's a fundamental problem. I didn't have any opinions on what the crab should look like. I didn't go, okay, I want a crab with this exact lighting angle. I want all these little details. I want it to move in this very specific manner because I want something that I want to create. Not just what could be, not a single point in the set of all possible crabs. I want a very specific crab. And anybody who's gone through this exercise knows that there is a world of difference between the exact thing I want and just a point in space. And Matt Schumer, the person that's really kind of leading the way on these one-shot demos saying how amazing AI gaming is going to be, writes a blog post and goes through exactly how he did his one prompt. And I think that this is the most important point that you need to take away. Minimal is better here. We want the agent to decide the specifics. Again, you can get anything you dream of, just nothing you want. And what I mean by that is look at this little stickman figure, okay? Okay, that swing was pretty nice, whatever. I made this game, and to generate this game took almost no time, nothing. A few minutes and boom, this all worked out. But the stick guy looked horrible. His swing was all weird. He was facing the ball, all sorts of strange, like everything was wrong about it. And for the next 2 hours, I tried to get it to look better. And yes, it does look better based on what you're seeing, but still, it's nothing what I could envision inside of my head. And getting it to go from super janky and weird looking into something that just kind of swings and mostly looks normal, that cost me $117 of Claude Opus 5, totaling 72 million tokens. And that was only to get a result that's like 25% of what I want. And this is the fundamental with demo porn. Demo porn just simply says, hey, go look at Starfield and make something. And it does an incredible job cloning some basic visual version of it in which you let it infinitely iterate for some, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. That's awesome. It's a cool feat. It's a cool world we live in. And I bet you there will be some cool ideas and games that actually get executed via this way. But the problem is this. What makes a good multiplayer shooter? Well, the levels are a very important part. Are you going to be able to just AI generate a level that's actually fun? If you've spent any time playing a multiplayer level, you know it takes hundreds, if not thousands of hours of really precise building to create the perfect multiplayer experience just for one level. The work is still all there. The demo is neat, it's cool, it's something, but it's not actually a game. And that's why I call it demo porn. It's like you're getting something, but you're not getting anything real at all because all the work is in making the game fun. And you can see that with all the responses. All the responses were like, dude, if you know anything about Unity, you could build this in like 2 hours without spending a gajillion dollars. It's like, that's not the point. The point is it's super cool that we can build this. But the real point is it doesn't matter that you can generate it. What matters is that you can generate exactly what you want. What does that look like? I want to see somebody make Call of Duty for actually real and generate every single stage of the way, because what we'll probably end up finding is, oh no, actually, it's just 10 times easier, 10 times faster, and 10 times better hiring an artist to do a lot of the modeling and getting things better. Oh yeah, it actually turns out you run into like all sorts of insane performance problems and you actually just need an expert to step in. Oh, it turns out actually making a fun level is super hard and actually having somebody that understands game mechanics is really, really important. I'm gonna need them to step in. And the next thing you know, you didn't actually solve the problem, but you were able to generate something that looked compelling. I know I've already referenced this video, but I want to just show it again because I think he says it so perfect.
Speed isn't the issue. If I told you, David, with this technology, you can create something that looks exactly like GTA, and it's going to take 3 years, not 30 seconds, you'd be like, I'll spend 3 years on it. It's worth it. And that exists. You can, in 3 years, technology exists prior to AI to clone GTA, but it won't be GTA. It'll be a clone of GTA. Clones don't sell. All hits are by their very nature unexpected.
Absolutely beautifully said. And of course, very based. Absolutely love that video, love that interview. I just wanted to talk about this because I think people who don't build the thing, they see this and go, wow, it's so impossibly impressive. I could never do that. The reality is, yes, of course you could do that. You just would have to learn some things and then boom, you would be able to do that. But that's not the point. Like the point is really that the distance between demo to finished product is a gulf that is gigantic. I don't think AI has solved the abandoned project problem. In fact, I think there's at least a magnitude more of abandoned projects because even when you fully generate something, the tedium, the actual like constantly going back and forth continues to be the same thing. Yes, you're moving faster, but you just have a whole new set of challenges. And again, the difference between demo and reality and something that is good that people actually want is a gulf that is gigantic. And good, amazing decisions don't come from, hey, model, you decide. No, it comes from you sitting down and thinking for days or weeks about one small little feature. There's a tower defense game that I'm building, and one of these small features is that you get these upgrades, and when an upgrade happens, bullet time starts. And coming up with that idea of bullet time and exactly how it should look and feel, it was like 4 or 5 hours of experimenting just for one tiny little feature. And games are just an amalgamation of a million tiny little features. Anyways, I just wanted to say all those things because I really want to encourage you guys that A, it's not so over, and B, don't be tricked by demo porn. Stop being tricked. It's not the end of the world. This isn't the most amazing thing. Go look at all the videos. Immediately, you'll start seeing that there's like 1 billion problems within all the demos, but that's like, again, besides the point. Just don't forget, something that is amazing, that actually captures people's attention, takes time and dedication, no matter how easy it is to generate exactly what you want. Because determining what is actually the best is still really hard in a world where everything is free. The name is the Primeagen.